Hello and welcome to episode 71 of Raw and Score Trivia, the trivia podcast for cool people who like to spend their spare time doing maths and spelling. I am the Quizzard, and this episode's a little bit special. Paul is one of our listeners and has contributed to the show before by suggesting the game Dead or Alive. Well, this week he's gone above and beyond in his contribution to the show and has written the whole episode. Yep, you should feel guilty that you haven't also done this. Why is it always left to me to write the episodes? I didn't choose to be the Quizzard. I was born this way, and I expect you all to help out like Paul. When he first sent it to me, I was a bit worried I'd have to hurt his feelings and be a bit like, hey, I'm gonna keep a couple of your questions, but I do need to drastically change the episode to maintain the quality of this show. But thank God, Paul writes some good trivia. I added one question to replace a couple that were repeat questions, and I changed one thing that I'll tell you about later. But other than that, this is all Paul. You guys will like it, but you're not allowed to like it more than a normal episode. And if you do, keep it to your bloody self. This also means this is the first episode I've ever been able to actually play fairly. I got a 25.5, which I'm pretty stoked with. Paul, you need to make sure you play, and if you don't get 35 out of 35, I'm going to laugh at you. As always, we are scoring out of 35 points with 20 single-point questions in the question round, a stupidly hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round worth 5 points as well. This week, the game is Fake Fact. In the game Fake Fact, one of the questions and answers that I give you is going to be completely untrue. All you need to do is call out Fake Fact at the answer and question that you think is the untrue one. You only get to call out Fake Fact once, and I'm not going to give you much time to call it out, so be quick, but don't waste your shot. If you do call out Fake Fact at the right time, you get 5 points. Alright, so remember to listen out for a Fake Fact in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. Coulrophobia is the fear of what? Koulro phobia. It is the fear of clowns. Question 2. What is the largest bone in the human body? The femur. Question 3. Which US president had the middle name Milhouse? Richard Nixon. I honestly thought Milhouse wasn't a real name, and the creators of The Simpsons just tried to think of the dorkiest name possible for Milhouse on the show. Question 4. Who painted the Mona Lisa? That was Leonardo da Vinci. Question 5. How many cards are there in a standard deck of Uno? There are 108 cards. Question 6. What is a female donkey called? A Jenny. Question 7. Which British girl group had a member by the name of Mel B? Mel B was in the Spice Girls. Question 8. In which country was Adolf Hitler born? Hitler was born in Austria. Question 9. What was the name of Draco Malfoy's brother in the Harry Potter series? Platos Malfoy. Fake fact. Draco Malfoy didn't have a brother in the Harry Potter series. He was an only child. You can tell by the way he thought he was the greatest and the whole world revolved around him. 5 points if you pick that up. This is the real question 9. What is the collective noun for a group of caterpillars? It's an army of caterpillars. Who decides these things? Is it someone's job to come up with all of them, or can I just declare a collective noun? Stuff it. I declare the collective noun for a group of butterflies is now a dogfight of butterflies. It's actually kind of sick. Question 10. How many inches are there in a foot? 12 inches in a foot. The only way I can imagine a foot is imagining a foot-long meatball sub, but I recently found out that they were sued because their footlongs were not quite a foot long. What a bloody scandal. Question 11. Which actor starred in How I Met Your Mother and Doogie Howser MD? Neil Patrick Harris. I've never heard of Doogie Howser MD, and I have not fact-checked this question, so you better not just be making up shows, Paul. Question 12. Which astronomer is mentioned in the song Bohemian Rhapsody? Galileo, 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 Galileo. Question 13. What is the name of the Grinch's dog? Max. I actually watch The Grinch every Christmas Eve because I'm basically a child, and if I have children and they're not into this tradition, I'm locking myself away in my own bedroom and watching it alone. Question 14. What was the first vegetable to ever be grown in space? It was a potato. I always wonder which way they grow. They couldn't just grow up because there is no up, right? I know I could probably easily find this out, but I won't. Question 15. How many stripes are on the American flag? (13), representing the 13 colonies of the USA. Question 16. Mr. Potato Head was first manufactured in 1952. In 1987, what controversial accessory was taken away from the toy? A pipe. Oh, how the world has changed. Now it just comes with a pack of Winnie Blues. Question 17. In the cartoon show Popeye, what is tattooed on Popeye's arm? An anchor. Question 18. What is the hottest planet in our solar system? Venus. Question 19. What colour are the G's in the Google logo? The letter G. They are blue. This is one of the ones I got wrong. I was sure they were red. So weird. Question 20. What is the name of the toy store in Toy Story 2? It is Al's Toy Barn. Alright, that's it for the questions. Did you pick up on the fake fact? No, Malfoy doesn't have a brother. Although Lucius does kind of seem like a player, so who knows. Coming up, we have the stupidly, unbelievably, terrifically hard question and the bonus round of the episode. This being a Paul episode means the bonus round is going to be Dead or Alive, his own game. I'll see you in a moment for that. We're back, and it's time for... The question's so hard my entire house blows up every time I read one. The really hard trivia question. And I'm tired of buying new houses. Alright, this was the only question that I majorly changed from Paul's episode. I thought it was simply not hard enough to justify the scary music, so I've made it a little bit harder. The quizzer doesn't mess around with the hard question. The original question was, what is the capital city of Mongolia? But I've changed it. The hard question I'm giving you is, spell the name of the capital city of Mongolia backwards. No, you are not allowed to just spell the actual words, the name of the capital city, blah, 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 backwards. You need to actually spell the name of the capital city of Mongolia backwards. Go. Me getting the hard question right is probably one of the reasons I scored relatively well in this one. But you guys don't get the easy one. I'll give you 10 more seconds to do that. All right, your time is up. The capital city of Mongolia is Ulaanbaatar, which is spelt Ulaanbaatar. Spell that backwards, it is Rataabanaalu. Rataabanaalu. If you can spell Rataabanaalu, give yourself 5 points. And with the hard question out of the way, that brings us to the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is Dead or Alive. In this game, I'm going to give you 10 people. You need to tell me whether they are dead or alive. It's as simple as that. Every question is worth half a point each. This game is being recorded on the 3rd of August, 2025. Yeah, I'm leaving it a bit late this week, aren't I? So, if you're playing in the future, you need to think about whether these people are dead or alive on the 3rd of August 2025. A little bonus for people who listen as the episodes come out, I guess. Alright, are they dead or alive? Dead or alive, starting now. Person 1, Marion Ross, who played Marion Cunningham, Richie's mum, in Happy Days. Marion is alive. Person 2 is Alan Alda, who played Hawkeye in MASH. Alan is also alive. He's 89 years old. Person 3 is Sidney Poitier. He's an actor in many movies, including To Sir with Love and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Actually never heard of this guy, but I guessed that he was, unfortunately, dead. 94 years old, he died. Person 4 is Stan Lee, the cartooning and comic book legend, creator of Spider-Man and Fantastic Four, Marvel Comics. Sadly, Stan Lee is also dead. He died in 2018. Person 5 is Tina Louise. She played Ginger on the TV show Gilligan's Island. Tina is alive and well at 91 years old. Person 6 is Ted Bundy, the serial killer in America. Ted Bundy is dead. He was executed in 1989 for murdering numerous women. You know, most of these I feel a bit bad playing a game about how they're dead, but don't feel too bad about Ted Bundy. Person 7, Anthony Bourdain. He's a celebrity chef and foodie. Anthony is unfortunately dead. He died in 2018. Person 8, Jenny Craig, founder of the Jenny Craig weight loss program. I haven't thought about Jenny Craig in a long time. She is alive at 92. Person number 9, Mr. T, the star of the TV show The A-Team. I pity the fool. That guy. Mr. T is alive at 73, and I'm pretty sure that guy will never die. Person 10, Angela Lansbury, star of the TV show Murder, She Wrote. Not ending on a happy note here, Angela is dead. Alright, don't forget they're worth half a point each, so halve your score there, add it to your total, and that is your total score for this special episode. Thanks again, Paul, for writing it. I was actually really stoked to get to play an episode of Raw and Score for the first time, so thanks heaps for that, Paulie. And don't forget to find me on Instagram or Facebook to send me your name and score, and I'll give you a shout out at the end of a show. This week I heard from Rick, who scored a 25. Laura scored a 18.5 and reckons she almost got the hard question right, then changed her mind. Sure you did, Laura. Sure you did. Arnika scored a 21. Tara Wood won the week with a new personal best, 28 points. That's huge. And my brother Pat called and told me what he got, and I've forgotten what he said. I'm feeling 22? I think it was 22. I don't know. Sorry, Pat. Thanks for listening. I'll see you on Monday with another episode of Raw and Score. Bye-bye.